I'm gonna recommend that we write off because there's really no way to ever collect the money. First of all, this guy, the Bay Slips LLC, that was the lawsuit that we embarked upon. And as part of the settlement, the agreement here, and I'll send this out to all of you guys. Where's my mouse? There we go. But the agreement calls for us to, see, it will pop up, it should. Maybe not. Maybe it'll pop up. But anyway, the agreement calls for us to forget that money, you know, basically, as part of the settlement. And like I said, I'll send this out to you guys, the agreement and everything.
I got a copy of it.
Okay, Jimmy's got a copy. But anyway, so the point being, we can't collect that money anyway. And second of all, what's important to note is it's really not money per se. It was fines that was doled out to Tran, you know, on I think it was $150 a day he was getting fined. And so it's really, you know, it's not like we're losing money here. It's not like money that, you know, we spent for anything or anything like that. It's really just, you know, fines that were charged to Bay Slips LLC. So anyway, that's what skews in the previous slide. That's what skews this number over here and makes it so big. If that, you know, I showed on the last month's report, you know, that it brought it down to like, you know, $4,000 or $6,000, I think it was last month. So it makes a big difference. So that's what's skewing these last two totals, the 90 and the total is this $20,000, $456. So my recommendation is we vote to write that off because it's non-collectible and it's also been agreed to in the settlement that Jimmy has right there that we're not going to go after that. And then there's a couple of smaller things where people have skipped out on us basically. You know, they've taken off. They sold the slip. Huh?
That guy passed away.
This guy, oh, he passed away?
Yeah, he
Okay,
passed away.
so we want to write that off. The slip's been sold. You know, Vic Kopczynski, he's sold. That's Ronnie's old slip. The guy next to Ronnie, $4.44. And then I'm not sure, I forgot to ask her truthfully about this credit. So, oh no, that's what it was. We can either move this credit to the Wharf donation account or issue a refund check, whatever we want to do. So,
I say we should issue refund checks.
yeah, just to make sure that there's no confusion.
And I've got a list, we need to go over that list at another time because there's several instances that we're gonna need to look at in that regard. You know, overpayments, I found one that looked like it was a double bill. You know, so yeah, when we have more time, we need to go into that, for sure.
Okay. So that's it. That's the entire. The other slides I have are the ones that we already went over, like talking about the MOLO. This is that MOLO. You guys all got a copy of this already. Darren, I'll make sure you get a copy of this as well. And then the deal for the condos. That's it.
Thank you, Tony, that was excellent.
If anybody needs a copy of that settlement agreement, I can send it to them.
Yeah, I'd like a copy of that.
Yeah, same here. I think I already have it, but I'd like to see it again.
Oh, here it came up.
I can send that out.
That's the
I can
will
send it to everybody.
Great.
But it matters, I mean, we all signed it, we agreed to it, and it's a done deal, but it says in there that we're gonna discharge those fines and penalties and attorney's fees.
Makes a lot of sense to me. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. Okay, great.
Eye break. You can tell.
Yes.
I thought we were still in intermission.
Were we sleeping?
No.
And you know, when you're talking about raising the fees, because I can't say anything, but you're talking about cameras that they want to install. You know, they want, you know.
And I think that's just what I think the thing that Eric's right about is that we need to keep the goodwill with the
I
numbers.
agree too. but
And
we're
so if
not-
we tell them all, so we just need to tell them all that when you say, here's what we want to do,
Yeah,
security
we're talking
cameras.
about upgrading the food. We just did our
Yeah.
water lines,
That's what I
the,
say, we've done a lot of stuff, but I'll guarantee you, and because I've been to several annual meetings, if you bring it up at the annual meetings,
Yeah,
they're gonna vote it down.
yeah.
yeah.
They're gonna vote it down.
So we gotta
And
do
here
it
we
before
are,
the annual
there
meeting.
we are trying to fix everything and repair everything, and
Yeah.
everybody's complaining about, well, my
How much
signature
it
is
cost
this, and this,
to do
and
the
this,
fire
and this, and this. No, it's our place, raise them up.
Oh, you have to bring
Yeah,
up
we
the
don't want
source.
it back.
Why'd you have to
You
bring
know,
up the
that's
source?
dangerous.
stuff?
Yeah, those fire hoses
The
back.
fire hoses and the,
Yeah, I go there.
you know,
We do not
you
want to
Sickening
send an
on
email out
them.
about
They're
the
saying-
increases.
Oh, really?
Sir?
They look
The
crazy.
first question,
Craziness.
no, that's a board decision.
Well, this is an exceptionally long meeting because we had a number of things, frankly, Darren, that we had to readdress and re-vote on to make sure that we did it legally. So that's why we have a very extended meeting. But we're gonna cut through it and try to, wrap things up pretty quick. But if you need to drop, you understand.
I walked all the way down the hallway now.
Okay, that's cool.
Ladies.
Yeah.
Oh, man, it was
Normally,
right next
normally
door.
we're done at, by 9 o'clock. So,
Oh, is it?
Oh, yeah, you where you going to show or you gotta get down to the blackjack table?
That's right, the liar.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay,
I make a motion to, raise the boat trailer park fees from $30 to $35, since it hadn't been raised since 2015. You cannot store a boat anywhere for less than $80 or a trailer, anywhere in the area. 30 bucks is dirt cheap. And, we got a lot of people that's got old boats in there, stored in there, $30 a month for storing boats.
How
We
would they
need
do
to
it?
stripe the parking lot, we need to, put numbers on the parking lot, we need to clean the parking lot, we've got a lot of maintenance to do on the parking lot, and we can recoup that money, from that. So I'm, make a motion to, raise the fees. Are you seconding it?
no, I'm raising my hand to speak about it.
Well, don't speak about it, if either seconded or not seconded. If nobody seconded it, then we don't need to have a discussion on it. Nobody
I'll second that.
True. Okay, well, let me have a discussion now because now you seconded it. And, okay, I'm of a strong opinion that only one, you get one option to have one trailer in it. You don't get the option, like I understand there are a few individuals that have more than one trailer, more than one boat in there. I see this as being a membership perk, and it should be. And it should be inexpensive because it is a perk. I don't have a trailer and I don't need one, but I feel that for slip owners, this is a great perk to have, and we should keep it low. But again, with the option of only having one trailer with a vessel on it or not, but no options where there are multiples, and keep the price low as a perk. If we have some outside party, or either A, want to have a secondary one, or an outside party, let's make money on it. Let's make that secondary option $80, or not offer that option. Or unless somebody, again, already has something in there. Like I know there's more than one person that has more than one vessel in there, that we do charge them that much higher fee. And from what I understand also, a lot are not paying, so we need to utilize that service that we already did pay for to collect on that. We have 100 slots in which to utilize to collect on past funds, whether it be slips or excessive trailer fees. And that's my viewpoint on that.
Jimmy, what was that, what were those numbers again?
From $30 to $35.
Oh, okay.
It hadn't
Tony?
been raised since
So,
2015.
There's been discussion on this before when Jimmy and I were on the board. We went through an idea of, let's charge a bit more money and make some profit really off of and then we came back to at the time, I think we thought we were a nonprofit, which I don't think we are a nonprofit anymore. I don't really know. I mean, it's back and forth every day. But anyway, so.
Darren has his hand raised too, but just saying.
Yeah, I saw it.
I know, okay, just informing.
But, so anyway, I just wanted to throw that out because there has been discussion on this in the past. But I think, 2015, that's quite a while since there's been a raise.
Well, actually, we have voted to raise it to 35, but it was never put in the minutes. So it never transpired. But previous boards, we have voted to raise it to 35.
So this is basically a revote.
I would say this is basically a revote, a reconfirmation, starting in January.
I agree with that.
Darren.
Yeah, I agree with what Eric said. Darren, you now have the floor.
Well, this goes back to the same argument I made before about raising slip fees, is that we are a nonprofit, and if you're going to raise the fees, there needs to be justification, and as such, there needs to be a budget with line items to be able to make those judgments. Is 30 to 35 gonna break me one way or the other? No, of course not. It's the principle of the matter, that every time that you raise a fee, there needs to be a justification, and that justification has to be more than we've not done it in a long time. What I saw in the budget that was submitted is that we have a substantial amount of savings and a substantial amount of money in our checking account. So it is unclear to me why we need to increase fees just to raise that, since we are not a for-profit organization. And therefore, I would vote no on this motion.
And if, are you done?
Are you done, Darren?
Yes, I'm done.
Okay, Tony, you have the floor.
Did everybody else speak? I think so, okay. So I would just point out that in the case of the revenue that's in the bank, it does look good, and we do have a fair amount of money. But we always keep 60,000 of that in reserve for an emergency. And, you know, it's happened before where like Hurricane Harvey did a lot of damage to the marina. And so we had to use, or it was before my time, but they had to use some of that money, you know, for some of the repairs and things. So that brings us down to really the other, you know, 60 some odd thousand that is available in the checking account, which I agree, but you'd be surprised at how fast that can go when we start doing the, some of the maintenance, like rebuilding figure piers, the docks and things like that, especially with the increased price of lumber, and labor and those kind of things right now. But and that's really just kind of answering the question, not to really, you know, throw the vote one way or another, but just to say that, you know, that's kind of where the money is.
Okay, I know your hand's up. I didn't really get to ask him a quick question. I didn't get to speak. I just want to make a quick comment, or it might be more of a question. This $60,000 we have in savings is supposed to be for emergencies. Those funds, okay, reserves. They were never utilized during Harvey, from what I understand.
Oh, they weren't? I didn't know that. So,
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, so
I
we've
could be
got
wrong,
that.
I wasn't here.
Right, so we've got the money, but it's never been utilized, so, you know, my question is, why haven't we used that for the meters that were damaged and other items? That money's sitting there for emergencies. Well, we had an emergency, it was never funded. Insurance never covered it. So to me, that money should be used to fund some of these meter stuff and slowly kill it back up to give back. But we never used the money properly, in my opinion. And that's something I'd like to discuss in the future. Go ahead, Eric.
Okay, I thought that the case was, I spoke to past board member, and unless I'm mistaken, I thought that we never did make an insurance claim. We still can to recoup funds back during hurricane. Is that not the case?
That's not the case.
Okay. I thought that was the case.
No,
Okay,
I
so
checked
we
with
did